So man, there's been a lot of boxing going on. I know that you just came from England. How was that experience besides getting sick?
It was great until both fights got canceled.
Mm. What was the reasoning for those fights to get canceled?
Well, one got postponed. The Calum Smith fight got postponed because Beterbiev, I guess, something with his jaw. I don't know. And the Dylan White situation, they said something's wrong with his urine, but they never came up with what was wrong with it yet. So that was it.
Right, right. Those are some two big fights right there. Um, I think they said something about he tested what for PEDs or something like that.
I don't know. They never said. They just said, I can't remember the exact word that they used, but they used, I don't, but they never came up with what it was. You know what I mean? So I don't
Yeah.
know.
What if you had to grade, Joshua's performance against Hellenius that night? Uh, what you think?
I didn't see it, but I didn't see the fight, so I can't really comment on it.
Okay. Now, for the Callum Smith, it got postponed, right?
Right.
And what's the date on that now?
January 13th.
January 13th. Um, I seen that Eddie Hearn, he's predicting Callum Smith right hand knockout. Uh, what do you think your beliefs on why Eddie believes that? Nobody's really been able to tackle
I
a
don't
pawn
know.
for this guy,
Maybe Eddie sees something that nobody else sees. I don't know, man. I can't answer that one.
right? What do you think about Better Beef?
Hey, listen. Uh, right now he's the top at 175, so we can't sleep on him. We got to prepare for the best. Better be if there is.
Right. What do you see that he does good in the ring besides punching?
Well, he's very smart. He's very deceiving. You know what I mean? He's very deceiving. Damn it! I gotta call that guy back. Let me text him. You know what I mean? But he's very deceiving. So it's hard. It's hard to a lot of people look at him as a guy that comes straight in. He's very deceiving.
He seems like he measures up distance pretty well. He had a great performance against Anthony Yard the last time I seen him. I think that's his last outing. Um, Seems like he does some key movements in his element that he tends to do. They call it the L kick in boxing. When you're moving backwards, but you're trying to move to the right side or to where your rear leg is headed to. Um, Besides that, like, are you do you how do you see that fight playing out?
Huh? Say that again.
How do you see
How do
that
I
fight
how do I
playing out?
figure that out? How do I
Yeah,
figure it out?
yeah.
I to be honest, I'm not even focusing on that. If you want to know the truth, they got to worry about what we're gonna do.
Hmm. Yeah. You you definitely have. I've seen a lot of different changes in Callum Smith, by the way, too. I see the workouts that you're doing. You're making him kind of fight more like a welterweight, like more movement like a welterweight, moving his head. You're telling him to move his head a lot of heavy back movement. Um, how do you feel? Like you said that you're not really worried about what Better Beef has to bring to the table, but do you think that he could become a champion, Callum Smith, at 175 pounds now?
Oh yes, oh yes. And the reason I make him move his head a lot is because if you move it a lot in the gym, then you might do it half as much in the fight, which is better than not moving your head at all. Because it better be if you can't just sit there and let him hit you. You can't
Hmm.
do it. You got to give him movement.
Without spilling the game plan, obviously, I'm assuming that you guys are really just trying to box his head off.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Um, last time we spoke, we said, hey, the winner of the winner of Terrence and Spence, would be like the face of boxing. It would be like the pound for pound number one. And it seems to me that's coming into fruition when it comes down to Terence Crawford. Everybody has him at that number one spot. How did you see that performance? I mean, I knew you was going for Crawford, um, but did you see it going that way?
Listen, I've said it ever since he beat Gamboa that he was the best. I've had people come to me, tell me I was a hater, I was this, I know what I was talking about. Look at the record. And listen, I'm not taking nothing away from Spence. I think Errol Spence is a very, very good fighter. I give him that. He can fight. He didn't get to where he was with not being able to fight. Okay, but there's levels to this game, man, and a lot of people don't understand that. There's levels to this. And Errol Spence beat a lot of good guys. I mean, at 147, but they were not the type of guys to get him prepared for Terence Crawford.
Mm,
I'm
okay,
saying when
speak
you're going
upon
up
that.
against a guy like Terence Crawford, you got to fight guys that are going to get you prepared for that.
Mm.
You
Like
know what I mean?
Southpaw.
There's not even just guys that's going to give you different looks. Everybody that he's fought were basic. You know what I mean? Terrence can fight, man. People really underestimate that guy. And I've been telling everybody from day one, this kid is the real deal. They're like, oh, buddy, you're just a hater. You this. I'm like, I'm not a hater, man. I know what the hell I'm looking at. This kid
Fact.
can fight, man. And that night, there's always shit. There's this one night. There's that night in boxing that fighter could have beat anybody. That night, Terrence would have beat anybody that night.
Right, I agree.
He did, and he's very athletic. See, people don't understand he's a hell of an athlete, man. That helps in so many ways that people don't really understand, man. Because a lot of people they go to boxing gyms every day. They might hit the bag every day, but they've never been in that ring in a fight.
Mm,
I'm saying you
mm,
can hit the bag, you can hit the mitts, you can even spar, but there's nothing like getting in that ring fighting. And
right.
and 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 Terrence can do it all, man. He that night he put it all together.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did. Shout out to the chat. Also Punch. Um, when you seen the 2-1 combination, the first knockdown of the punch, what was going through your mind?
I said it's over.
Mm,
When he knocked him down the second round, I said it's over.
mm. You know, People try to discredit the win of Terrence Crawford, just like any other boxing match. When we have two great fighters, you tend to you become such a fanboy and fangirls. You have an attachment to your favorite fighter. Um, in this fight, in your opinion, gearing up to the fight, training camp, and all that, did you see any differences in Terrence Crawford? I mean, in Errol Spence, or do you just believe that Terrence made him look like that?
I think Terrence made him look like that, man.
Mm,
I mean, Errol did his best. I give him credit for that. He did his best with what he had, but he had no answer for Terrence.
mm,
I mean, and once Terrence seen he had no answer, what I mean? You seen the result, man. I personally, I just hope that Errol's okay physically.
right.
That's my. At the end of the day, I just hope he's okay physically.
Mm. Um, in the rematch at 154 pounds, does it make a difference?
No, no. There's a saying. There's always that one fighter, just like in any sport. There's always that one team that has your number,
Right.
and sometimes you just got to leave that person alone. Be like,
Mm,
you know what? You got that one. I'm just gonna let you get that one, and I'm gonna keep it moving.
right. It's like the Yankees and the Red Sox. For years after Babe Ruth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta say, you know what, you got that one. Hats off to you. Let it go. I'm gonna keep it moving.
I was with you in the same thing with the predicament of the prediction of that fight. I definitely believe that styles make fights, and it was a good style, matchup for Terrence. Um, Now we're gearing up to another fight, and before we lead to that Canelo and Jamel Charlo fight, the second knockdown that Terence Crawford gives Errol Spence. I believe he was on the ropes, and he caught him with a nice little right uppercut or left uppercut. Goes to the neutral corner, looks at Terrence, looks at Jamel Charlo, and says, "You're next." It gave me vibes of like Roberto Durant when he was talking to Roberto Benitez. Um,
Yeah.
what do you see in that matchup? You know what I'm saying? Can he possess a better challenge for Terrence than Spence?
Nah. Not
No.
right now. Right now, Terrence is the best right now. You
Mm,
got to give it to him. He's the best right now.
mm.
I don't care if it's at 47 or 54. He's the best.
But is not even a little bit better? Like, could it be a better match? Because we're talking about undisputed at 154 pounds here. You know.
To me, undisputed is just a word today because there's so many damn champions that you don't know who's who. You know what
Mm,
I mean? So I think that I don't think Charlo at 154 can beat Terrence.
no,
No.
and it's not a more of a competitive fight.
It could, I'm not going to say that. It could be more competitive. You know what I mean? But then again, it can't. It depends on how can I put it? Mentally, Terrence can go to that next level because he was on a certain high that night.
Right.
So if he can get to that same high or higher, it ain't gonna make a difference.
Mm, mm. Um, you know, everybody's talking about Terrence right now. He's finally getting his just dues in the sport at the age that he's at. He's approaching 36 years old. Um, you know, a lot of people are saying that they want to see the Jerron Boots Ennis fight. Does Is it too early in Ennis's career at the age of 26? There's a 10-year gap here. Does he possess the best threat in boxing right now for Terrence, or Boots should stay away?
That's a good question. You know, that could be an interesting fight. But I think that at this stage in Terrence's career, at this stage in his career, he should be looking at somebody at 154,
Hmm.
get a title there, and then call it a day. Let
So
let the young bucks handle the rest of the 147-pound division. He was there. He ruled it for a long time, and like you say, he's almost 36. So leave the young bucks alone. Get you a veteran at 154 and go out with another undisputed title and call it a day.
but stylistically, in a perfect day of like boxing, like
But
do
see, he
you
proved everything he had to prove at 147 already.
right?
So let the rest of the guys handle that.
Mm,
Let Ennis and all the other guys at 147 let them battle that shit out.
right.
Go to 54, get the undisputed title there, and then call it a day.
Now, do you believe that Jerome Boots Ennis becomes the king of 47 once Terrence leaves?
Oh
Meaning
yeah,
beating the guys of Keith Thurman,
yeah,
Stanionis,
oh
Ugas.
yeah, yeah. He beat all them guys.
So we're looking at probably the future of boxing eventually.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Now, you know, turning up, I'm gonna throw obviously some. not really logical fights that could possibly happen. But I want to hear your beliefs because I like to give the media the right answers when it comes down to things that are casual and not so casual. And this is like a fight with Javante Davis and Terence Crawford. Logical or not logical?
I mean, to me, it doesn't even make sense. You know, like I say, Terrence has dominated the 147-pound division for years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then he fought the next best guy, which was Errol Spence.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe now, that he has nothing else to prove at 147.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You've done all you can do at 147. You know what I mean? So let the young guys battle each other and let Terrence go to 54 and claim that division and then go out.
But when we talking about paydays here, I mean, it seems like that's a payday,
He
for
can
both
fight anybody
fighters.
right now and make money because he's the
Absolutely,
man right now.
absolutely,
So he can fight
absolutely.
anybody right now and make money. And he's going to take advantage of it, believe me. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at him. He deserves it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But I
I
think he
agree.
should be at 150. I think he should be at 154. He did all he can do at 47. I mean, he beat all the top guys, and then he beat the other top dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now, leave it alone now. Go to 54, do what you got to do at 54, and then ride off into the sunset.
So let's throw some names out there. Supposedly Tim Zoo, is gonna be able to like not get be granted a title. I think it's the WBC, if I'm not mistaken, or the WBO. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but either way, it seems like it's one of Charlo's belts. They're stripping him just because he's taking this Canelo Alvarez fight. Tim Zoo is the next one in line. What do you see in a fight with Tim Zoo and Terrence Crawford?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I've only seen clips of Tim Tszyu. I've
Hmm.
never actually seen him fight, so I can't really answer that question.
Do you remember his father?
Oh yeah, I remember Tszyu very well.
Right. I hear that they have similar styles, but in the same time, have you seen the punching power through the clips? Like, do you believe it's real?
I
You
believe
see,
it's real.
yeah,
It's real, but
beautiful timing when it came down to the fight with
yes,
Tony Harrison.
right. But I don't know, man. Like I say, I, I'm going to say it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. Terrence is the king, 47 and 54 right now.
Hey, oof, I love it. I love it.
Even though he don't have a title at 54, he's the king.
Boom. I hear you. I hear you. Guys, we got
Mhm.
48 people on the live. We got one of the most legendary fighters and one of the great boxing trainers of the sport right now, Buddy McGirt, guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button, and throw some comments in there. We're gonna get right to those. Nevertheless, moving on, we had the press conference with Canelo Alvarez and Jamel Charlo. When you see that matchup, you see Jamel Charlo moving up two weight classes. Um, is this too much right now, or is
I
this
don't,
just right?
I really don't know. To be honest, I mean, I think it's going to be an interesting fight. It could be a fight that Canelo really gets up for.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And and Canelo might surprise a lot of people, win this fight, and then retire.
Well, he said in an interview that he's thinking about staying in the game for 4 to 5 years.
Who?
I don't really see
Who?
that many years. Canelo,
Who's that?
Canelo.
Canelo wins this fight. I guarantee he says Ribadirci.
Wait a minute, he got a 3 fight deal with PBC.
I don't give a damn if he had a 20 fight deal. That don't mean he can't retire.
Uh, uh, yeah. The first two names that were mentioned in the fight deal were both of the brothers. both of the Charlo twins. You don't think he'll stick around for
Who?
Jamal?
Jamal will stick around, or will Canelo stick around?
Canelo stick around for Jamal?
If he beats one brother, would he wait for the other brother?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
good storyline.
true, but why?
Money,
Okay, but then if he beats one brother, I'm quite sure there's someone else out there that could bring more money to the table.
like who?
Good question.
Right
I don't
now,
know. Listen, okay, let me rephrase that. I don't know who's champs, man. You got like 20 champs in one division, so I don't know who the hell's who. Guys going up and down in weight classes. I don't know what weight class they fighting at. It's crazy, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know who's there because, like I said, there's so many damn champions, man.
right?
You got the regular, the interim, the super, the duper. It's
The
unbelievable.
super, the duper. I love it. I love it. But these are guys that are coming into his weight class. Jamal was the 54 undisputed, and then Jamal hold the title at 60. So they're both coming into the weight class.
Well, I just think that right now, realistically, in my opinion, Canelo has nothing else to prove, man.
Mm. Still
You know what I
33
mean?
years old
I mean,
at the peak of his game.
yeah, he's got nothing else to prove, man. I think this fight here might be the icing on the cake for him. That's my opinion. I could be wrong.
Mm. Mm.
I think he might win this one and go right over to the sunset.
Mm. A lot of people say that Jamel possesses more boxing IQ and more boxing ability than his older brother Maul. What do you think about the brothers?
I couldn't answer that because
It's hard. They're twins.
I've never seen him fight.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I've never seen him fight, so I really can't answer that question.
Do you think that due to the fact that Benavidez is in that weight class, you think that's the reason why he kind of says "see you later"?
I mean, nobody wants to fight Benavidez, man.
Mm,
You know what I mean? But I don't think it's because of Benavidez he's going to say "I see you later." I think it's that I think that there comes a time that Canelo's had a lot of big fights, and you only push yourself so much a lot of times, and then there comes a time your body's like, "Yo, I mean, not only you beat me up in training, you beat me up in the fight." And
hmm
Canelo's had a lot of big fights, man. Going up and down in weight, it takes its toll on you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It takes its toll, and he's had a lot of fights. It's not like he had 20, 30 fights, Canelo. He's had a
Right.
lot of fights, man. So, he's been up to light heavyweight, then down, you know what I'm saying? So that shit takes its toll on you, man.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Um, but he's also 33 years old. But you're right. It takes a lot out of you.
And he's been fighting a long time, man.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's hard. It gets to a point where it's hard to get up mentally and physically for certain fights, man.
It just seems to me the type of money he's making right now. It's hard to want to just at the age of 33 years old say, I'm okay with not grabbing a quick 50 million
That's
fight.
true. That's true. But there comes a time when you get a certain age, when you're training, that those punches start to hurt. That didn't hurt six
Back then.
months before.
Okay.
Start to hurt in the gym. Not even in the fight, in the gym. Punches
Mm.
start to hurt. And it's like, hold up, man. I mean, one thing we cannot beat is father time. I don't give a damn how
So
much money's on the table. You can't beat father time, man.
so with the knowledge that you're speaking right now, maybe that's the reason why he's fighting guys at a lower weight class coming up.
Who knows, man? Only one guy fought father time and went up, and that was the great Roberto Duran. And he came from lightweight to freaking super middleweight.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's nuts.
I mean, and no catchweights.
No
You know what I'm
catchweights.
saying? And he fought Marvin Hagler 15 rounds, bro.
I know.
And he beat Iran Barkley for the middleweight title.
and he didn't
So,
go
I
down
mean,
either. And he didn't go
yeah,
down.
you know what I mean? I mean, you just going 15 rounds with Hagler was enough, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he came up from 135.
Hmm.
I mean, no catch weights, none of that. He went straight at it. You know what I mean? So very few can do it. You know what I mean? But but there comes a time your body's like, yo, check this out. That's it.
Mm. I guess there's only certain fights that you could just want to get up for. Um, Obviously, the money's one thing, but to add to your legacy, imagine a catch weight with Crawford and Canelo, stylistically.
Stylistically, yeah, it'll be a hell of a fight. But like I say, I think that the father time thing is starting to catch up with Canelo a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's pulling the trigger, but not like he used to be able to pull the trigger.
Mm.
The defense is still sharp, but he's pulling the trigger, but not as quick as it used to be.
And not as much. And that goes off of what you're saying. When it comes to training for these big grueling training camps, you got to get into a certain shape. And it's like,
And
do I want
your,
to get into that shape?
your body only can take so much. But I think he's gonna beat Charlo though.
Yeah,
Yeah, experience.
the experience. You think
Yeah,
that fight goes 12?
I'm not gonna say yes or no, but I just think the experience, man. Canelo's very smart, man. Very
Right.
smart fighter, man. I give him his props.
What do you like about Canelo's game?
He's smart and he's very patient, and he sets traps very well.
Yes. When we talk about weight, just the way you put your weight on your legs, I know in boxing you want to have like that 60-40 when it comes to weight. Extra the way you put your weight, you want to put more weight in your back foot, they say, correct?
Everybody's different.
Right, right. I was gonna get to that. So a lot of people were talking about Errol Spence putting a lot of weight in his front foot. Um, it seems to me that Canelo does that as well, but he keeps his head on the swivel so good that he can. But and defensively, what would you have to say you would want to put your weight more in the back foot or the front?
Defensively,
Defensively.
I'm different. I believe your weight has to be balanced even, man, so you can move your upper body and not be off balance.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If your weight if you get your weight distributed evenly, you can move both ways. You can roll on the shots. You know, but everybody's different on how they do things. You know, so
100%.
it's more of that. What floats your boat?
Now, when we talk about guys that you said that nobody want to fight David Benavidez, it seems to me that they're starting to start negotiations with Demetrius Boo Boo Andres and Benavidez in November. Stylistically, how do you like that matchup?
I've never seen Boo Boo fight, so I can't answer that.
Right, right, right. Yeah, very awkward fighter. Um,
Can he punch?
mm,
Because you got to be able
that
to punch. If you can't punch,
not at 68.
if you can't punch, Benavidez gonna walk right through your head.
Right, right. Um, when we talk about other styles in fights, what do you think about Regis Prograis and Devin Haney?
That fight is gonna be, I think, more of a tactical fight. Be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who would you side in that fight?
I wouldn't in that. That'll be interesting.
Is that like a more of a pick 'em?
Yeah, I'd say it's a pick 'em fight.
Mm. What when you talk about pick 'em, what are the two things? What are the things that you like for both fighters?
But they're both very smart. Uh, they both can set traps very good, and when they get you where they want you, they make sure they take advantage of.
Mm. Mm. When we go off of Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson trying to make this fight happen, uh, Devin offered Shakur 25% to fight him in the back end of the pay per views. Um, when you hear stuff like negotiations go that way, what's your first thing that comes to your mind?
I really don't even think about stuff. I don't even get caught up in that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't even I don't even get involved. I mean, I don't even when they say so and so said this, I'm like, okay. I don't even think about it.
Mm. What's I know that two fights just got pulled out on your end, but what's your next fight that you're gonna be back in the ring?
Uh Let me see. I have a kid fighting this Saturday in England, but I got somebody working the fight. So uh, the next one will be with October October 21st. I got
Yeah.
Dana Z's fighting Joshua Boate in
Mm.
England.
What do you think about the fight?
Oh, we gotta win it. I mean, we gotta win that fight. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a title eliminator. We gotta win it.
Mm. So you got some big fights on the way then.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And what about your 160 champion?
I don't know what's happening with him yet, to be honest.
No.
Nah.
Mm. That's what a shame. Yeah, because it seems to me it's hard for him to get fights. Is
Yeah.
he? Yeah. Seems like it's a challenge for him. Um, when we talk about you know, as far as Javante Davis and the Pitbull Cruz rematch, it seems to me. Are you interested in that fight at all?
Next question.
um, is did you see Pitbull's last fight?
Next question.
You bad, you bad, you bad. When we talk about Caleb Plant, Caleb Plant, it seems like he has some options. What do you think about the Cuban guy, um, David Morrell, Ronnie Shield?
Caleb. Yeah, Ronnie Shields guy. All I seen
Yeah,
was clips of him. I've never seen him fight, but I know he could punch like a mamma jam.
like yeah,
They say, they say he could punch.
is besides that, like I see, the Cubans they have great footwork. Um, when we talk about
But
other
I've
things,
never seen him fight, so I can't really say how he would do against a Caleb Plant or anybody because I've never seen him fight.
right? What about Plant versus the Big Charlo?
Yeah, Caleb can fight, man. I like Caleb with anybody, man. He can fight, man. He's very
What
smart. He can rumble.
what makes him special?
He knows where he's at in that ring, man. He can fight. I mean, back in the day, if someone said you can fight, you can fight.
Yeah.
He can do it all.
Um, when we talk about a little bit about you, man, like in your career, when we had to talk about your favorite fight in your career, what would you have to say?
A lot of people say Simon Rumble. I say when I won my first world title against Frankie Warren because I got revenge.
Mm, mm. That does feel sweet when you can get your revenge. Um, you fought two fights with Whitaker. You know, if you had to talk about how special Whitaker is, what would you have to say about when it comes to the welterweights today and his style?
The best.
Yeah,
Yeah, without a doubt.
no, nobody really. compares to that?
Nah, nah,
You
nah,
thought he
man.
you thought he beat De La Hoya?
Yeah, and he was past his prime when he fought De La Hoya.
Right.
He was past his prime when he fought De La Hoya. I thought he won the fight.
Going into like those two fights with you and him, like what like was going through your mind in between the first fight and the second fight, gearing up?
Well, but after the first fight, I spent more time recovering from my rehab and trying to get back at the title. You know what I mean? So most of my time was, fighting and trying to get back to win that, to get that another opportunity to fight for the title again.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Like did you went through a lot, in between that time?
Oh yeah, without a doubt, because I found out that the doctors had misdiagnosed me, and that my managers knew about it, and they sent me out in the first fight just for the money.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
mm,
Because the doctors told them that my career was over. I won't be able to fight again. But my main goal after I found that out was to prove everybody wrong. I can come back and I can fight again. And I did. And then when I got back in position to fight for the title again, the desire to fight left me right there.
uh, wow. You know, the we talk about Haney for a second and Teofimo Lopez. Do you think that's like the best fight at 140?
Nah, I think right now the best fights at 35 and 40 is Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, Shakur Devin Haney, Shakur Tiafimo.
Shakur and Teofimo. Mm. How do you see that fight going?
I see Shakur beating them all.
Yeah,
Yeah, Shakur beats them all.
yeah, he's
He's
one of
the
my.
best to me. He's the best at 35 and 40 right now. Shakur Stevenson is without a doubt.
Where you think his ceiling ends
Him?
when it comes to
Shit.
division?
I think he might go up to 47, man.
Yeah,
He's that good, man. He doesn't have to weigh 47. He can come in at 43, 44, and still beat a
right.
lot of guys that want 47.
Yeesh.
And he can fight. He's the real deal, man.
Yeah. Um. With him, it just seems like it's
Nobody
hard to
wants to
match
fight
him
him.
up.
Nobody
He,
wants to fight him, man.
he's been dying to get a fight with Lomachenko. Lomachenko seems to me that if he can't get the rematch with Devin Haney,
He's
besides
not
probably
gonna
want
fight
to
Shakur.
retire.
He's not gonna fight Shakur.
No,
Nah, that's a mismatch.
that's a mismatch.
Yeah, Shakur eat him up.
Do you believe it's a mismatch due to the fact that the great things that Lomachenko possesses is similar things that Shakur has as well?
Shakur is special, man. Shakur has come a long way, and he's learned his craft very well. He
Mm.
perfected it. He perfected, and
Seems to.
there's no one at 30, no one at 35 or 40 can beat him.
Oof.
I don't think so anyway.
Right. I'm gonna be honest. I agree. Like I obviously think that him and Tank is just one of those. Tank is like you just never know if he hits you with that, and to see what you're gonna react to. So you can never really count him out. But besides that,
Right.
Shakur definitely got the goods.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Now, they was supposed to line up. They look like they're trying to line up a Frank Martin and Shakur. Stylistically, what you see in that fight?
I don't care who they put. They're not gonna beat Shakur, man.
No,
No, I don't
it,
care who they put in there.
people saying that Shakur when he landed in the pros, he hasn't lost a round. You do you believe the same thing?
Yeah, if he did, it's because he gave it away.
Mm, mm.
But he listen, nah. 35-40 Shakur, 47-54 Terence Crawford. They rule both divisions.
Right, right, right. Happens to be they be in the same camp all the time too.
Exactly.
Um, were you able to see the Navarrete and Oscar Valdez fight?
Nah, man. You know what, man? That's when I was sick, when I had food poisoning. So I was in bed. I was in bed, man. But I saw clips of it on Instagram, man.
Yeah.
Mhm. So what? Yeah, I only got time for a few more questions because I got a boogie.
No, no doubt, no doubt. Sounds good, man. Guys, just as if you guys have any questions, I just he got time for just one more.
I'll take
Um,
two more. I'll take two more.
okay, okay, sounds good. So, here we go, here we go, here we go. Jamel Charlo is gonna make sure you guys get these likes up as well. We got 45 people on the live, 27 likes. We gotta get them up. We got a legend there. Um, Buddy floated and knew how to neutralize power. Much more easier to do than explained. That's a great compliment. What is that? When we talk about selective punching, buddy, how do you teach a fighter to be selective with his punching?
Well, I got to. It's hard to explain. I got to show you. You know what I mean? Because every fight is different. So you got to see what their biggest asset is and their weakness, and then go from there.
Hmm. This one here is which one of your fighters, buddy, should we all be looking out for?
Uh, um, damn, I got quite a few, man. I don't want to say any and leave anybody out. So,
Well, name three. They don't even need to be your top three.
okay, I got the kid Dan Aziz who's fighting for the. He's fighting October 21st. I got a kid named Khalil Majid. I hope I pronounced his last name right. He's from England. He's from where the hell is he from? He's from not Birmingham, Bolton. He's from Bolton, Bolton in England. Uh, let me see. There's another kid I can't pronounce his name, but he's a gold medalist.
Mm.
147. Deniar, he's from Kazakhstan. Him.
Do you have any American fighters?
Damn, good question. Yeah. No way. Hold up, man. Damn, that's a good question. No, no, because I got a kid Zizza who's got three fights. He's from Egypt.
So
Damn,
like,
no,
yeah, I
no,
was
yeah, no. You're right. No American fighters. Wow.
Do you think that's why they call you up? Just to get that Buddy McGirt American
Yeah,
style
who
type of
knows,
fight?
man? Who knows, man? But shit, I hope they keep calling, man. I'm not complaining.
Right, right, 100%. Well, Buddy, man, this was a pleasure, man. Like always,
All right.
I'm glad that you're feeling better. Um,
Thank you.
to the next time, I know that you got a boogie, but much love to you. God bless, and on to the next, man.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You already know, man.
All right, Rick. All right.
So you guys already know that's Buddy McGirt, legendary fighter, Hall of Famer fighter, and a great trainer. Um, we here, Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media. We are always giving you the best interviews and the top discussions in boxing. We're gonna be doing a crazy ultimate show on Saturdays and Sundays, so be in the lookout for that. It'll be at 12 o'clock p.m. Make sure you guys get these likes up before you leave the room, man. I mean, we got 40 people, 28 likes. I need to get them up, man. We're giving you the best interviews, and we can't complain. You know what I'm saying, bro? We can MSG you, bro, like for a link. Okay, you can do that right now. Um, thank you guys for supporting the channel. I appreciate it for you guys stopping by. What do you guys think about some of these upcoming fights, man? I believe that boxing is doing really well at this point in time. If you guys have any questions in the comment box, feel free to, leave a question. Smash the like button before you leave. You know what I'm saying? Show some love to the channel. Donations are always welcome. Would love to, travel and get you some more boxing content. Anything that I could do to be able to bring to the sport, I'm here for that. So, you already know, Mills, salute to you putting in that work. Well, appreciate it, man. I have some Milwaukee fighters coming. Okay, okay. Buddy, salute. Nice, 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 nice. Get into some of these comments here. I remember Buddy picking Bud to beat Errol years ago, and a lot of folks got mad, but he knew all along. It's the truth, man. I've been saying it for years, man. I've been saying it for like 3 years now that Bud's just too much. Bud is just too much. Loma's a great fighter, but he knows it's a huge risk, low risk and reward for core. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. Let's get into some more. What's going on, chat? Who we got in the building, man? Self Productions, what up? Heavy Williams, Heaven Williams, what's up? Real Me C2 was good. DJ7 was cracking. Was cracking lacking. Bud can do whatever he wants now. He he can punch his own ticket. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Bud is definitely in the top level right now. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Smash the like button like you would smash your girlfriend on the weekends when you're drinking your favorite alcohol beverage. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Not into up alcohol, but you already know. That we're gonna be having my next interview is probably gonna be who would you guys like me to interview next? Who's some of your favorite fighters? Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like, finger the like button like this. Pop, 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 pop. Do something to the like button that I wouldn't do. You know, I want to say I appreciate everybody for stopping by, showing the love to my channel. We just reached 10,000 subscribers like a week ago, and we're on our way to hit, 20,000 here. So make sure you guys like and share and bring all the traffic this way. That's why I always tell everybody to share the content. Make sure you like the content. Brings the algorithm to explode. And I just believe that this channel is definitely underrated and it could be a lot better. But I do appreciate everybody that tunes in and that shows the love for sure. Let me know in the comment section what y'all feeling. What's good with boxing? What's cracking like and what y'all think? Uh, I'm going to be having Shakur Stevenson on pretty soon as well, and Keith Thurman. So make sure you guys check up on that. But much love to you guys. Salute to the chat as well. I'm about to get out of here, set up my next interview, and post some new content. So make sure you guys be in the lookout for that. It's your boy Mills. Welcome to another segment of Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, Self Productions. My man. Much luck to everybody on the chat. One love.